Good afternoon. Today we shall discuss about measurement of high voltages alternating and impulse. Okay. First topic is series impedance voltmeter. In this topic, for power frequency AC measurements, the series impedance voltmeter may be pure resistance or it may be reactance. Since resistance involve power losses, the capacitor is preferred as a series reactance. Moreover, here high resistance, the variation of resistance with the temperature is a problem, and the residual inductance of the resistance gives rise to an impedance different from its ohmic resistance. You need to remember the 3 points here. Power frequency AC measurement, series impedance voltmeter, it may be resistance or reactance, and resistance involve losses, okay, power losses. So we prefer capacitor. Next, for high resistance, the variation of resistance with the temperature is problem, and the residual inductance of the resistance gives rise to impedance different from its ohmic resistance. High resistance units for high voltages have a stray capacitance, and hence a unit resistance will have an equivalent circuit. This is a circuit for that lumped parameter equivalent circuit of high ohmic resistance R. Okay, here R capacitance and inductance. At any frequency omega of the AC voltage, the impedance of the resistance is given by Z is equal to R plus j omega L divided by 1 minus omega square LC close bracket plus j omega CR. L is a residual inductance and C is a residual capacitance. If omega L and omega C are small compared to R, if it is small compared to R, then we will neglect these two things. Okay, Z is equals to R open bracket 1 plus j omega L divided by omega L divided by R minus omega CR close bracket. This is what you'll get when we neglect the omega L and omega C. Okay. And the total phase angle is tan phi is equal to omega L divided by R minus omega CR close bracket. This can be made zero and independent of frequency. L by C is equal to R square. For extended the large dimensional resistors, this equivalent circuit is not valid, and each elemental resistor has to be approximated with this equivalent circuit. The entire resistor unit then has to taken as the transmission line equivalent. We will consider the elemental resistor for approximated with this equivalent circuit. Okay, we consider entire resistor unit for what transmission line equivalent and for also calculating the effective resistance. The ground or stray capacitance of each element, okay, that is ground or stray capacitance of each element influences the current flowing in the unit, and the indication of the meter results in a error. The equivalent circuit of high voltage resistor neglecting inductance and the circuit of the compensated series resistor using what? Guard and tuning resistors. They have said that equivalent circuit of a high voltage resistor neglecting what? Inductance and the circuit of the compensated series resistor by using what? Guarding and tuning resistors. A and B, this is a figure of 7.9, figure 7.9 A and B respectively. Stray ground capacitance effect can be removed by shielding the resistor R by second surrounding spiral R. You can see the diagram here. Okay, here Cg is a stray capacitance to ground and Cs is a winding capacitance. R is a series resistor resistor, RS is a guard resistor, and RA is a tuning resistor. Okay. Which shunt here Harris which shunts the actual resistor but does not contribute to the current through the instrument. By tuning the resistor RA, the shielding resistor and potential may be adjusted with respect to what? With respect to the actual measuring resistor. So the resulting compensation current between the shield and the measuring resistor provide a minimum phase angle. They are saying that by using tuning resistor, we can adjust the potential and the shielding resistor with respect to actual measuring resistor, so that what happens resulting it results to compensation currents between the shield and the measuring resistor, and it will provide a minimum phase angle. This is the diagram for that, where Cg is a stray capacitance to ground, Cs is a winding capacitance, R is a series resistance, RS is a guard resistance, and RA is a tuning resistance. Next topic is series capacitance voltmeter. To avoid the drawbacks and pointed out earlier, a series capacitance voltmeter. A series capacitance voltmeter is used instead of resistor. They are saying that instead of resistor, we can use the series capacitance, okay, for AC high voltage measurements. The current IC through the meter is IC is equal to J omega CV, where C is the capacitance of the series capacitor and omega is the angular frequency and V is the applied AC voltage. If the AC voltage contains harmonics, error due to changes in series impedance occurs, the RMS value of the voltage V with harmonics is given by V is equal to square root of V1 square plus V2 square plus till up to Vn square. Okay, V1, V2, Vn, it represents the RMS value of the fundamental, second and nth harmonics. This is the diagram for measurement of high AC voltage, series capacitance with a milliammeter for measurement of high AC voltages. The currents due to these harmonics, I1 is equal to omega C V1, I2 is equal to 2 omega C V2, In is equal to n omega C Vn. Hence, the resultant RMS current is I is equal to omega C. Take out common omega C and open bracket V1 square plus 4V2 square plus T up to plus n square Vn square close bracket to the power of 1 by 2, or you can write square root of this. Okay, with a 10% fifth harmonic only, the current is 11.2% higher, and hence the error is 11.2% in the voltage measurement. This method is not recommended when AC voltages are not pure sinusoidal waves but contain considerably harmonics. This method is not recommended when AC voltage are not pure sinusoidal. Okay, series capacitance voltmeter were used with the cascade transformers for measuring what RMS values up to 1000 kV. The series capacitance was formed as a parallel plate capacitor between the high voltage terminal of the transformer and a ground plate suspended above it. A rectifier ammeter was used as an indicating instrument, and it is directly calibrated in a high voltage RMS value. The meter was usually 0 to 100 microamps moving coil meter, and the overall error was about 2%. The meter was usually 0.0 to 100 microamps moving coil meter, and it is overall error is about 2%. Next topic is capacitance voltage transformer. In this, the errors due to harmonic voltages can be eliminated by using the capacitive voltage dividers with an electrostatic voltmeter, or by using high impedance meter such as trivector meter. Okay, that is, if the meter is connected to a long cable and its capacitance has to be taken into account in calibration. Usually, standard compressed air or gas capacitor is used as a C1. Okay, here C1 usually we use standard compressed air or gas capacitor. C2 may be an large capacitor and C2 through a shielded cable. Okay, C2 is completely shielded in a box to avoid what? Stray capacitance voltage transformer. The applied voltage V1 is given by, this is the equation for that, V1 is equal to V2 open bracket C1 plus C2 plus Cm divided by C1 close bracket. C1 is a standard compressed gas HV capacitor. C2 is a standard low voltage capacitor. ESV is a electrostatic voltmeter. P is a protective gap. CC is a connecting cable. Where Cm is the capacitance voltage transformer of the meter and the connecting cable, and the leads, and V2 is the meter reading. Capacitance divider with a suitable matching or isolating potential transformer tuned for resonance condition is often used in power system for voltage measurement. Capacitance divider with a suitable matching or isolating potential transformer tuned for resonance condition is used in a power system for voltage measurement. This is often referred to as CVT. In contrast, a simple capacitance divider which requires a high impedance meter like a TVM, that is who I have said explain trivector meter, okay, or an electrostatic meter voltmeter, or a CVT can be connected to a low impedance device like a wattmeter, pressure coil or relay coil. CVT can supply CVT can supply a load of a few volt amps. That is, the schematic diagram of a CVT with its equivalent circuit is given by, this is a circuit schematic representation and equivalent circuit of that. C1 is made of a few units of high voltage capacitors, and the total capacitance voltage transformer will be around a few thousand picofarads, as against has a gas filled standard capacitors of about 100 picofarad. A matching transformer is connected between the load or meter M and C2. A matching transformer is connected between the what? Load and the load or meter M and C2. Okay. The transformer ratio is chosen on economic grounds, and the HV winding rating may be 10 to 30 kV with the LV winding from 100 to 500 volts. The value of the tuning choke L is chosen to make the equivalent circuit of the CVT purely resistive or bring resonance condition. This condition is satisfied when omega open bracket L plus LT close bracket is equal to 1 divided by omega open bracket C1 plus C2 close bracket, where L is the inductance of the choke and LT is the equivalent inductance of the transformer referred to as HV. The phasor diagram of the CVT under resonant conditions, the meter reactance Xm is neglected and it is taken as a resistance load Rm. Okay, the meter reactance Xm is neglected and it is taken as a resistance load Rm. When the load is connected to the low voltage divider side, the voltage across the potential transformer V2 is equal to Im Rm. You can observe the phasor diagram in this. Okay, the voltage across the potential transformer is V2 is equal to Im into Rm. The voltage across the capacitor Vc2 is equal to V2 plus Im open bracket Rc plus Jxc close bracket. The phasor diagram is written taking V1 as the reference phasor. Okay, they have taken the reference as V1 as the reference phasor. It is can be seen resistance and reactance are not shown separately. It is included, that is in Ri and Xi. The resistance and reactance of tuning inductor is L. A is equal to V1 divided by V2 is equal to Vc1 plus Vri plus V2 divided by V2. The voltage ratio, the neglecting reactance drop Im Xe, and next VRI is the voltage drop across the tuning inductor and the transformer resistance. The voltage V2 will be in phase with the input voltage V1. Next, the advantages of a CVT are simple design and easy installation, can be used both as voltage measuring device and for voltage measuring device for meter and relaying purpose, and also for a coupling. Condenser for power line carrier communication and relaying. Frequency independent voltage distribution along elements as against conventional magnetic potential. Transformers which require additional insulation design against surges. Advantages of CVT is it is simple design and easy installation. It can be used for voltage measuring device for meter and relaying purpose, and it can be used for coupling condenser for power line carrier communication, and it can be used for frequency independent voltage distribution along elements against conventional magnetic potential transformers which require additional insulation design against surges, and also it can be used for provides isolation. What provides isolation between the high voltage terminal and low voltage. The disadvantage of this is the voltage ratio is susceptible to temperature variation and the problem of inducing ferro resonance in power system. Okay, this is the advantages and disadvantages of CVT. So is first you need to explain the diagram. Next you need to write out what it is. Okay, working of that, and phasor diagram equations and phasor diagram. Okay, and advantages, disadvantages. Next, magnetic type potential transformer. In magnetic type potential transformer are the oldest device for AC measurements. They are simple in construction and can be designed for any voltage. They are saying that it is simple in construction and it can be designed for any voltage. For very high voltage, cascading of the transformer is possible. The voltage ratio is V1 divided by V2 is equal to A is equal to N1 divided by N2, where V1 and V2 are the primary and secondary voltages. N1 and N2 are the respective turns in the windings. These devices suffer from the ratio and the phase angle errors caused by the magnetizing and leakage independence of the transformer windings. The errors are compensated by what? The errors are compensated by adjusting the turns ratio with the tappings on high voltage side under load conditions. The magnetizing and leakage impedance of the transformer windings. Okay, some errors will be caused. That errors can be compensated by using what? Turns ratio with the tappings of the high voltage side under load conditions. Okay, potential transformer do not permit fast rising transient or high frequency voltages along with the normal supply frequency, but harmonic voltages are usually measured with a sufficient accuracy. High voltage testing transformer, no separate potential transformer is used, but PT winding is incorporated with the high voltage windings of the testing transformer. In this case, potential transformer, they are saying that potential transformer is do not permit rising transient or high frequency voltage when it during normal supply frequency, but when you when harmonic voltages it is measured with a sufficient accuracy. With the test objects like insulators, cables, etc., which are capacitive in nature, a voltage rise occurs on load with the testing transformer, and the potential transformer winding gives voltage values less than the actual voltages applied to the test object. If the percentage impedance of the testing transformer is known, the following correction can be applied to the voltage measured by the PT winding of the magnetic type potential transformer. V2 is equal to V20 open bracket 1 plus 0.01 Vs Vxc divided by Cn close bracket. V20 is a open circuit voltage of the PT winding. Cn is a load capacitance used for testing, and C is a test object capacitance, that is C less than Cn, and Vx is a percentage of reactance drop in the transformer. Electrostatic voltmeter. You have already read about electrostatic voltmeter. In next class, I will explain about this. All you have read, I think. I have explained electrostatic voltmeter and peak reading AC voltmeter circuit. Next, I should explain about peak reading AC voltmeter circuit with potential divider. Okay. In next class, I will explain about this.